now. So, Grand Rising, everybody. Welcome to Rising Prime. Uh, yo, uh, Getting into spring, we got to do spring cleaning. Spring cleaning is about clearing up the mess in your space so you can clear up the mess in your mind. Clearing up the mess in your space is not just about clearing your house. Spring cleaning is not just about you going and clearing the bed, painting your room, changing the sheets. Spring cleaning is about internal spring cleaning. Spring cleaning is the cleansing of your emotions, the cleansing of your physical, your body, the cleansing of your failed goals or expectations, and a renewal of your mind so that you could say, I'm going to start fresh, spring clean. I'm going to plant new seeds so I can prosper. So what I mean by that is winter may have done something to you, but fall, spring is the time that you actually get to do something too. Winter may have been hibernation. Spring is action, determined action. Okay, so winter hibernation, spring action. So guess what? Here's what we're priming our minds to say, I'm going to spring forward, right? I'm going to spring forward into my best life. All right, somebody just turn your mic on real quick and say it with your solar plexus. All right, y'all ready? We're going to say, I'm springing into my best life. Y'all ready? We rising prime and getting our mindset in a good space. Y'all ready? On three. 1, 2, 3. That was fast. I'm springing myself
into a spring mindset.
I don't think that's not what I said. I'm springing myself into my best life. I'm springing myself into the best life. I'm springing myself into a holistic lifestyle. I'm springing myself into the gym.
I'm springing myself into the gym.
Okay? You got to spring forward. Okay? The clock moved. The clock moved forward, so we got to move forward. Because guess what? The clock going to keep moving, but you're not moving, right? Think about what are the goals and dreams that you wanted to do, you wanted to accomplish, and are you springing forward towards them, or are you hibernating, waiting for them to happen, right? Are you springing forward towards your dream, or are you hibernating, waiting for stuff to happen that you're not investing in? Okay, so spring forward. Somebody comment in the chat. Spring forward. I'm springing forward. Okay. All right. Now next, I said spring cleaning is not just about cleaning your space. It's about cleaning your body. It's about clearing your mind. It's about clearing your emotions, which is gonna clear your energy. All right. So what does clearing your mind look like? Okay, here's what clearing your mind look like. To have mental clarity, we need to unravel the mental yarn, right? So sometimes we got so many thoughts going in so many directions that they got all jumbled up. And what happens is we aren't able to take one fiber long enough to get us to where we want to go. So here's what we want to do. To spring forward, we got to unravel that ball of yarn, right? The ideas, the things you wanted to do, but they're all jumbled up, right? And they're all crumpled up, and they're held together by emotional states of stagnation, right? So what do I mean? You wanted to start doing these events. You wanted to start vacationing and doing that. You wanted to start that clothing line. You wanted to do this. You wanted to do that. You wanted to go to this place, right? You may have so many different ideas that they're actually the jack of all trades. They're becoming all entangled. So one of the best things you could do in the new year is to create a clarity of ideas. How do you create clarity within your ideas, y'all? We have to put these things down in our journals, right? So here's one of the major things we could do as this spring forward season is. We need to create a better vision of ourselves and of our lives. Naomi, did you work on your vision? Liz, did you work? Was you here when we talked about that yesterday? Right? Did you work on your vision? Okay, damn, my back is hurting. I need to do some qigong. Okay, so guess what? We have to work on our vision. How are we gonna work on our vision is to put down all of our jumbled up goals down. Here's what we're gonna do. I want you to think about all the things you wanted to do this year, and I want you to write them down in no specific order, but I just want you to write them down in a fashion where they're out of your head and into paper. After you've gotten them out of your head into paper, then you're going to categorize those goals, those things you wanted to do, by categories, right? So you can see where they're at. Now, a lot of people set goals every year and they never achieve them. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn our goals into lifestyle habits. I want you to hang with me here. You're going to write down the goal. This is the end result of me doing something. This is what I want. Now, I want you to reverse engineer the end result versus who you need to become to get what you want. Okay? So there is an end result that you want. There's somewhere that you want to say, this is a metric that's going to say I've reached where I wanted. But there's a process that's going to get you there. Right? So we don't need to focus so much on the end result, and we need to visualize how it looks like at the end, begin with the end in mind. But what we need to do is we need to visualize the process and then actually actualize the process by, when we're in it, we do the things that we know we ought to do. So here's what I mean. If your goal is to lose 30 pounds and be healthy, don't just think about the end result of you being slim and you wearing your favorite dress. Yes, this is actually a great way of visualizing the future. But what's going to be very important is I want you to imagine that the habits that's going to get you to get up in the morning, your shoes right in front of your bed, you put your shoes on, and now you gotten up, you're going to the gym because you had a cue, right? There is 3 ways to build a habit, y'all. What are those 3 ways to build a habit? A cue, a routine, and a reward, right? So somebody comment this below. Cue, routine, reward. What are the 3 ways to build a habit? I'm listening. What are 3 ways to build a habit?
Cue, routine, reward.
There we go. Cue, routine, and reward. Those are 3 ways to, that's the 3-step process of building habits. So what's a cue? A cue is something that initiates the routine. A cue is something that reminds you to do what you need to do. So what is a cue? Sometimes the cue can just be the alarm clock. Okay, the best example of this cue, routine, and reward is actually iPhone's new feature, which is called automation, which means as soon as you do one action, it triggers another action. And it does that by studying what you do repeatedly every day. How many of y'all have iPhones and you have automation set up your phone? And now when you wake up at a certain time, you just look at your screen. You didn't even set up a personalized automation, but because it studied your habits, it literally says, oh, because I know around this time, you usually text the Holistic Lifestyle Tribe. Text the Holistic Lifestyle Tribe on WhatsApp. And it just popped up and I was like, oh snap, this is pretty cool. Guess what this thing is doing? It's studying your habits and it's setting you up with a cue because it understands how you work. Your iPhone knows you better than you know yourself. Isn't that an issue? Right? Your iPhone knows you so much that it knows what you're about to do and what cues you to do it. So it does not present what you're about to do as much as it presents a cue. Here's a cue that creates a habit. Here's a cue that creates a routine. Your phone goes off. You hear the ring. You associate the ring with a text message. The habit is scrolling to go read the text message. The reward is that you get the connection and you get to feel loved. You get to feel heard. You get to feel seen. That's the reward. So now that's dopamine. That's oxytocin releasing in your brain, right? All of these hormones are kicked off of a cue, a routine, and a reward. Just like Apple iPhone knows how to cue you, you got to know how to cue yourself. Cue yourself to have the habits that's going to allow you to heal yourself, right? Cue yourself to have the routine that's going to give you the reward of a better health. What do I mean by cue yourself? They discovered that you can cue yourself with very minor cues. Here's how you do it, baby. You set stuff that is associated with what you're trying to do. For instance, I said a phone ringing associated with a text message. That association is confirmed because it happens over time. You know that if you hear that sound, what that is. You know when you hear iPhone, you start looking for your iPhone. You hear that Da-da-da-da. You like, that's not my phone, that's your phone, right? You know when you hear a sound bit from a show, right? You know when you hear the Star Wars theme, you know it, right? Or give me a high five. Y'all know what that is, right? Because that's a cue to say, oh, let's run to the couch and sit down. How can we set these cues all around our house to do the things that we want to do? Simple. In the morning, here's what you can do. You can have your gym clothes ready. This one is a basic one. You have your gym clothes literally ready. Somebody says, I have trouble waking up and not pressing my snooze button. I want to be the type of person that don't snooze on life. I want to be the type of person that gets up and gets right at it. I want to be the type of person that says, when the day gets started, I don't snooze. I take immediate action. Guess what's a good cue? You would have to take your whatever, first of all, you would have to take your alarm clock away from your bed in a way where you have to get up to go to it. You have to put your feet on the ground and walk. This cue says when I hear alarm clock, I actually get up because I need to turn off my alarm clock. But guess what happens? The same cues that help you build good habits can help you build destructive habits. What do I mean by that? The cue of the alarm clock only works when you do what you want it to be associated with. Here's what I mean. If your alarm clock goes off and every time you press snooze, you're creating another association in your brain. And what scientific neurologists call this is that neurons that fire together wire together. And what they were saying is the stuff you do together creates an association between them. So what if you have created a procrastination from going to the gym? What if every time you say, okay, I said I was going to go to the gym at 6 o'clock, and then all of a sudden you find a way to distract yourself out of the gym, and you've done that consistently over and over and over again. You got to find another way to change that up. You got to find a way to remind you to go to the gym. You might need to have your gym bag full of the clothes in the gym. You might need to start putting affirmations in the mirror. You might even need to put a picture of your dress somewhere that you want to wear, right? Sometimes you say, I want to lose this weight, but it's not deep enough for you because you're looking at a number. When you say, when I lose this weight, I'm going to get access to a whole different wardrobe, and you can use your wardrobe as a cue, right? To remind you of your goal. Now, every time you see that picture of the dress that you want to wear, I got to go to the gym, right? But better than goals to keep you going with your habits is lifestyle that keeps you growing with your habits. Goals will keep you growing. Goals will keep you going. Lifestyle will keep you growing, okay? Your goals will keep you going. If you have goals, you're going to get up and work at them. But your lifestyle going to make sure you keep growing. It's one thing to have a goal to do something, and you will get it done if you keep doing it. But it's a better thing to have a lifestyle to be someone. Because even if you don't reach the goal, you're still going to be that person. So one of the major things you can do in the new year to set better habits, it's not just that goals you can go to, but you need to have lifestyle that's going to allow you to grow to. What do I mean by that? Just having a goal is good, but having a lifestyle is better. Okay? Does that make sense? I did a whole lot of talking. So we got to build better habits. Well, what's the 3 ways of building habit? Cue, routine, reward. Somebody comment that in the chat again. To build a habit, you need a cue, a routine, and a reward. Here's what happens. What's the reward that you give yourself for certain things? Sometimes we get the routine on point, right? We could batch activities together, but how do you say, I did a good job today? What's your process of saying, and it is good, right? God created the heavens and the earth, and he said it was good. And then on the third day he created, boom, he said, let there be light, and it was good. He said, it was good. We have to celebrate. We got to celebrate your wins. You got to celebrate it, right? You meditated this, and it was good. This was really good, right? I feel good about my discipline, right? You went to the gym, right? You got to treat yourself. This was good, right? Sometimes you might even say, look, I'm not even gonna buy anything for myself, like a purse or any product or shoes or clothes or car or a new video game. I ain't buying nothing for myself until I do something for myself. So you might say, okay, my shopping this weekend is dependent upon how many times I go to the gym. And you know you want those shoes. You know you want that purse. You know you want that thing, but have you sweat for it? Right? Now, this is what the reward says. The reward says, I'm going to give myself back for my sweat equity. I'm going to give myself back something for my sweat equity. I got to do something for this. I know I work for the money, but now I got to work to use the money. And it's a mindset that allows you to do work for yourself that's going to benefit yourself, and you pay yourself. Think about it. You do work to help your job grow and they pay you. How come you don't pay yourself for doing the work to help you grow? Let me say that again. Come closer, come closer. You do work to help your job grow and they pay you. How come you don't help yourself and pay yourself for doing what you do? So what do you do to grow, and how can you pay yourself back for doing that? Okay? That's going to be a good way of rewarding yourself for your continuous dedication to continuous growing. All right. So if you want to know what I'm working, if you want to know what I'm talking about, I'm expressing why it's very important in this season that we don't just focus on goals, not just visualizing what we want. We don't just focus on the end result. We have to focus on the process to getting that. We have to focus on the process to getting the goal. And the process is the routine. The secret to success is in your routine. It's how you wake up in the morning. It's what you do throughout the day. It's how you go to sleep at night. And it's how you wake up in the morning. Your whole life is basically consisted of your routine. Okay? All right? So my routine is important. Right? So I'm going to prioritize my routine. Somebody comment this in the chat. My routine is important to my well-being. So I am choosing to prioritize my routine. My routine is significant to my vitality. So I'm choosing to prioritize my routine. Now somebody may say, why should you prioritize your routine? Because your routine is your life. Your routine is not a separate part of your life. It's your life, yo. It's the time. It's what you do in your life. So guess why it's important? Because it's your life. The clock is ticking and you can get to create in the time that it is. When you say, I choose to have a routine, it is not putting walls around yourself and boxing yourself in. A lot of people think routine means I can't do what I want to do. Routine means is I block out time to do exactly what I want to do. I want you to reverse engineer this. I really want y'all to hear this. What we're working on is mindset. What mindset does is it changes perspective. What perspective does is it doesn't change situations, but it changes how you see situations. It's not what happens to you, it's what you see and what's happening. It's not what's in front of you, but it's your perception inside of you that really matters. So when I'm talking all about this, it is very important that we must understand. We got to start to cure ourselves to better routines that's going to give us better habits and the rewards that we want. By rewarding ourselves, we're going to remind ourselves to keep doing what we were brought here to do. Okay? So let's go back. Now, your routine is so important. Your routine is so important. So be important. Make yourself important. What happens to most people is they say, I'm important, my routine is important, but other people are more important than me and my routine. This is an issue. They know they're important, their routine is important, but you let other people intrude your routines, not because you are a bad person, but because you're actually a good person, because you actually care about people, because you actually want to give them the time, because you love them. But you don't understand that saying, no, I can't do that right now is not I don't love you. It's just I love myself enough and I love you enough to give myself a time for me. So when I show up for you and I can show up the best version of myself. So if you got to tell your kids, I love you, baby, but you're going to have to lock yourself in the room and read a book for 30 minutes because this is my 30 minutes. Leave me alone. That's okay. You're not a bad person because you need some time from your kids. You're not a bad person because you need to have some time from your parents. You're not a bad person if you need to have a routine. Even if it's early in the morning, you're like, man, you got a husband or a wife, a girlfriend or a boyfriend, whatever situationship, relationship you're in, marriage you are in, you might have to tell your significant other, baby, I love you. We can have a part of our routines together, but I need some time by myself, right? And you got to figure out how to make that. Your routine does not always have to do with other people. A lot of times it has to do with you. Your routine does not have to be extravagant. It can be very mundane, so called, but day to day. How do you create your life to be a blissful experience is what I was reading from a book called, I forgot the name, which is a really good book to read, all about love. Your blissful experience every day. Somebody says, I don't have a lot of money. I'm not rich. I'm not a millionaire, and I am not wealthy. By the way, y'all drop some comments in the chat. Let's elevate this. Let's drop some comments. And I'm mostly talking to TikTok, Instagram. Let me see y'all. Say something. Say what's up. Double tap the screen. Show some love. That's how we keep the live growing. So when I said that, here's what you got to do. I was like, yo, guess what? Your routine is not selfish, it's selfless. Routines are not always expensive. It costs you more to not be intentional about it. A lot of people think, okay, my routine needs to be extravagant. I need to be able to do this. I need to be able to do that. I want to go to this. You think that life has to do with a lot of activities that are way different, that are out of the box. That's something you never done before. That's exciting. But it's the mundane things that is the bliss is found in simple things done every day with diligence and clarity and presence. I'm about to tell y'all, it is in the simple things you do every day with diligence, clarity, and presence. Shout out to everybody double tapping, commenting. Shout out to everybody. Somebody comment diligence, presence. You need to do life with diligence, pleasant, intentional. And you are here. You are tapped in. You are growing from it. There's something about it, every single aspect of your life, that is fulfilling. Fulfillment it's not in the quantity of what fills you, but it is in the quality of what fills up your spirit. Okay. It's not the quantity of what fills you. We could call that gluttony, but it's the quality of what fulfills you, right? So you may think you need more. I need more life. You think more life mean more things. You think more life mean more money. You think more life mean more out of the world experiences, but more life just means more focus on the life you have. More life is more focus on yourself as a life, more life. More life is more focus on life, more life. More life is literally more focused on bettering your life. More life isn't necessarily about getting more things or having more experiences that are out of this world, but it's finding joy in the small experiences every single day. And it's not scrolling all the time. Right? More life means I have certain hobbies where I find joy. Okay? More life means I go to the garden. I don't get paid for it, but my payment is being in the garden. More life is I do something not because of what that something does for me, but that something is the doing. Just by doing it, it's okay. Not because of what I get from it, but what it does for me. That's more life. More life is satisfaction in the stuff that you took for granted and now more life is homesteading, more life is gardening, more life is cooking, more life is walking, more life is literally talking to your kids and seeing how beautiful that is. More life is mentorship. More life is playing a puzzle. More life is going to the beach. More life is walking around. More life is seeing the transition between winter and spring and observing it and enjoying it. That's more life. Right? It's the same life, but more focus on it. More life. Okay, y'all want me to say that again? It's the same life with more focus on it. More life. So those of you who are Drake fans and you're like, man, I want more life, and you think you need more things, no, you need more appreciation for life. Somebody comment in the chat, I am appreciating my life more and more every single day. Let's say that out loud if you can. I'm appreciating my life more every single day. More life means
my life every single day.
That's right, Liz. Let's say that again. I'm appreciating my life more every single day.
I'm appreciating my life more every single day.
And we have to. We have to appreciate your life more, right? You have to grow from the last season, right? You have to transform your life, right? You have to start living the life you want, right? Yesterday, I'm waking up, middle of sleep, I'm waking up. And in my mind, something says, yo, you need to get out there and start using your gifts to bless people, man. First, you got to bless people in your neighborhood. Then you got to bless people. You got to bless people close to your proximity, right around you. You got to bless people in your neighborhood. And then that's how you're going to get to bless people all around the world. And when I was thinking about it, and that was in my spirit, it was like, get up and go. I want you to hear this word. Get up and go. Some of you, you've been laying down, right? You got hit, you've been laying down. And God is saying, man, you need to get up and use your gifts, because somebody right next to you need it. Somebody in a little proximity in your city need it. And the whole world actually going to benefit from it. But God is saying, get up and go. It's like, pick up your bed that you've been sleeping on. That's how I gave you the dream to begin with. You needed that season. It was necessary, but now growth is necessary. Get up and grow out of your situation. Let's go. Get up and use your gift to bless somebody, right? Your blessing is on the other side of you getting up and blessing somebody else. Somebody says, I'm going through it right now. Yo, you going through it? Somebody's going worse through it. There's nothing better than you being homeless and volunteering at a homeless shelter. Right? There's nothing better than that. Somebody says, I'm homeless. I need help. Another person says, I'm homeless. They need help. How can I help them? Wow. What's the difference? Is one person better? No. Another person says, I'm actually going to use the time that I have not working to be a benefit to others, because now this has taught me about how it feels like to be homeless. You see the different mentality? While somebody may have it all and feel bad about their life, somebody who has nothing give to close off their bath. What about that makes that person special? It's not that they're better people, but it's just that they have a mindset that says, I'm not going to let circumstances or situations keep me down. I'm going to be a blessing no matter what's going on in my life. Just like the guy who goes to the homeless shelter and volunteers while we're homeless. Even in the moments where we feel like we don't have it together, we have something inside of us that's holding us together, and that's our spirit. And we have something inside of us that we're supposed to deliver from our spirits, and that's our gifting. And somebody on the other side of that is going to be fed by what you share from your spirit to them. And once you are doing that, that's purpose. You are fulfilling your God-given design. The mango tree have to bear mangoes eventually. Maybe not in the first 6 months, maybe not in the first year, maybe not even after the second year, but surely by the third year, the mango tree must bear mangoes, or it's not a mango tree. The avocado tree, it may not bear the first month, the first 6, the first year, or 3 years, but at some point it got to bear avocado. You are a tree And your fruit was designed by the Creator, fueled by the essence of your gift. When will you feed somebody with the fruit of what God put inside of you? When are you going to say, it doesn't matter what I have or don't have, I can be a blessing? Somebody comment this in the chat. Y'all ever wonder how I do this? Because of this mindset. So somebody says, very inspiring stuff, Ed. Very empowering. You really helped me. How did I do it? I'm going through it just like you. Every single day I grow through it. But guess what? You see what I just said? I grow through it. Guess what I do? I say this. My value is not dependent upon what I grow through. It's dependent upon what's growing in me. Somebody write that down. My value is not dependent upon what I grew through, but it's empowered by it, but it's dependent upon what's growing inside of me. What's growing inside of me is some fruits that only I can bear this, because I am a unique tree. Right? I'm rooted deeply into God, into earth. I'm tapped into the essence. And I am bearing fruits from my gifts. New year, same gifts, more delivery. New year, same seed, more watering. New year, same tree, using the leaves of the tree. Let me give you a good spring tip. I'm going in. I guess it's a whole speech today. Those who have ears, let them hear. Y'all tapped in. All right? Here's what I'm going to say. Here's the thing. You're like, new year, new year, new me. A lot of people say that. New year, new me. Here's the thing. A lot of times, the tree is there, but the fertilizer is not underneath the tree. So the tree is bearing leaves, but it's not bearing fruit. Why? The conditions aren't right. When the conditions are not right for a tree, it may still live, but it may not be as abundant as it can be during its life. Now, why? Because it needs better nutrients. You need to put some compost in there. You need to water it. It may need more sunlight than it currently has. So a tree may grow, but it may not bear fruit based on its environment. A tree may grow and it may not bear fruit because it's not its season yet to bear fruit. I want you to hear this. But in the process of it growing, it does not just bear leaves, it bears medicine masquerading as leaves. Those who understand the process of nature says, though I can't eat the fruit of the tree, I should brew tree from the leaves. What is this saying? This says, I may not to reap the full the benefits of my gifts, but what I can do is along the way I could drink from the tea of it. And the tea of it is what keeps you at ease in the process. What I mean by that is, while my mango tree does not bear me mango, I'm going to take the mango leaves and make some mango tea and help myself with diabetes or high blood pressure or even cholesterol. All benefits of mango leaves. What does that do? How do you know that you don't just have to wait for the fruit, you can use the leaves? You have to educate yourself on what is there in the process. Here's what you know. A lot of people don't know that the leaves of their fruit trees have medicinal benefits because they don't have the information. So in the process, they might think my entire tree is useless because I don't see mangoes. But you have to understand that the process, as you develop the leaves, your leaves in itself is useful. So in my entire process of becoming who I am and becoming more of who I really am, I want you to understand it. There's a difference in who I am and who I really am. I am more like Christ than I am me. I'm just masquerading as me. I just want you to understand this. I am a spirit. I am more like Christ than I am me. I'm just masquerading as me. And every single day I'm trying to be less of me and more of Christ. Somebody say amen to that. I don't know if you understand what that means. And I'm not doing that great of a job at it, but Lord knows I'm trying. Okay? All right? One of the ways that I try is to simply say this. How can I get medicine off of the leaves? Here's how you get medicine off the leaves. Educate yourself about the leaves. Don't just look at it as trash. Most people say, I am cutting out the leaves and tossing them away because this plant is too big. It's too big. It's too huge. They just want to get rid of the leaves. Other people say, I'm pruning the tree so that it can give me newer, better leaves. It's a different mindset. Another person might turn from getting rid of the leaves to pruning the leaves to saying, I'm actually harvesting the leaves for tea. Now, I want you to see these three different categories of mindsets. These are not just facts, but they're mentalities. First, cutting means I don't have much respect for it because I don't know its benefit. So I cut and I throw away because I don't necessarily know its benefit. And if I do, I don't know how I can use it, or I haven't created an avenue to use the benefit of the leaves while I wait for the tree for the fruit of my gift. This is an analogy saying, while you build yourself, you might not see your experiences, or you might not see what's helping you grow as important because you haven't gotten the information or mindset. This is the first part of it. People who cut off their trees of their branches because they don't understand how all branches are actually working for your greater good. Now, there's another person that says, I want this tree to prosper. So you know what? I'm going to cut some of my branches. So they try to work on their character cutting branches, right? So as they cut the branches, they cut them, but they don't invest them. They cut them and throw them out. So they looked at parts of themselves that they probably didn't like. Instead of refining and discovering if it's actually part of their gifts or part of something they could use to bless somebody, they actually cut it out completely, maybe because it makes them feel uncomfortable. Some people are actually not cutting off leaves they need to prune. They're actually cutting off leaves they need to keep. They're actually cutting off the leaves that have the flowers where the fruit is coming off of. So they're not actually pruning, they're hurting. They're actually cutting off relationships that they should be nurturing. They're actually they're actually cutting off from habits that they should be indulging in. They're actually cutting off a relationship with the Creator that they should be fueling themselves with. Why? Because they do not understand. They don't understand the benefit of the leaf. They don't understand the fruitfulness of the flower. It's springtime. You walk around, you gonna see the buds. Why? You see the buds and you like, let me just cut off. No, you don't understand. What's a flower now is a fruit later. What's a flower now is a fruit later. But sometimes when you cut the entire stem, you mess it up. Here's what some other people do while their tree is growing. Some people, they don't prune the leaves. They don't cut the leaves and toss them out. What they actually do is they harvest the leaves and they store them for another use. Y'all hear what I just said? They store the old leaves for a new use. They said, these leaves may not, I'm going to cut off some of this leaf, but I'm actually saving it to be medicine. I'm going to cut off some of this leaf, but I'm actually harvesting it to dry it, to sell it to other people who may need that same leaf. I'm cutting off these leaves, but it is an investment into my future. The branches of myself I don't like, I cut them off, but they were a lesson for me to get better. Some people, they don't cut off leaves because they're tired of themselves. They cut off leaves because they're tired of not reaching the best version of them. Right? It's not that they're sick of them. They're like, yo, I'm sick of missing out on who I can be. Y'all hearing me? I'm sick on missing out on my possibility to become the version of me that I know I was created to be. I'm not sick of me. I'm not cutting off leaves because I hate myself. I'm cutting off leaves because I love myself. And I understand that if I don't cut the flower with the leaf, I'm going to get fruit. Right? So those people, they learn how to do the right pruning. And when God does the pruning for them, they don't cry, they rejoice. They're like, man, God, how come you love me so much that you keep pruning me? Because God says, I prune you so you can bear more fruit. Some of y'all doing the pruning by yourself But you don't realize that God is the true gardener. That's the homesteader. And your home is not steady because God ain't doing the steadying. And you need to let God prune you sometimes. But you trying to prune yourself. So you prune, you cutting off some of the stuff that God needs you to do, but you calling it pruning. Instead of storing some of that as information on what not to do, right? Because guess what? When you do certain stuff that goes against yourself, you got to cut off from doing the things that you know you ought not to do. But there's something about when God cuts it off. When God prunes, you grow. When you cut, sometimes you stifle, right? When God prunes, you grow. When you cut, sometimes you hurt, right? When you ignore, you might wither away. So what am I saying? What was this whole analogy to say? In the process, remember you got leaves coming off you, baby. Look, I wanted to reach a point where I could empower people, but I wasn't at a point where I could empower people in the way I thought I should be. So I started where I was, and I shared my story. That's what I did. That's what I'm doing. That's what I keep doing. And I discovered this is how you benefit and brew leaves in the process. While you wait for the fruitfulness of your tree, which is going to yield a lot of abundance and feed a lot of people, you could heal the people with your story, and that's called the leaves. You heard that? Your story is a leaf that can heal people while you're building your company, your dream, your product. Is what I mean. You have a fruit inside of you where your business is not just serving the people close to you, but it's serving people in close proximity to you, your neighborhood. But let me tell you something. Here's what's going to get people to want to know about what you got. They want to know what you went through. Your leaves is an indication of what you went through, of what you endured, right? Of the weather you went under, of the age and experience, right? So when you harvest this leaf and you put it in the cup of communication and you feed it into the people, you are giving the nutrients of your experiences. You are giving them the benefits of what you went through. You're giving them a story, right? You're telling the story of your business or your company. So now you are more relatable. All of a sudden, now you are sharing value. Before, you can say, I was sleeping in my office and now I speak all around the world. I'm a multi-million-dollar motivational speaker. You got to say, I remember I walked up to a group of college students and I told them straight up, I'm about to give y'all a speech that's going to change your life. And I did. And it was fire. And I said, but guess what? I came up here, I didn't even get paid for this. I spent my last money for your ticket plane over here and my Airbnb. And I'm sure I'm over here doing this, but I just wanted to do it because I felt like, yo, I need to start doing it. And I think that was last year. And I told them straight up, I was like, bro, this may not be as empowering for you right now. As I wish I can tell you I was at the point where now I'm speaking all around the world and I'm multi-million-dollar. I got paid 40 grand for this speech type. I wish that's what I can come in here to tell you. But I'm here to tell you that I didn't get paid 40 grand for the speech. I actually invested my money to come see y'all and talk to y'all. This is sharing the leaf. This is called being vulnerable and understanding that my value is not based on whether or not I have gotten the money from giving off fruits from my tree, but am I able to share the leaves? When I went there, I started to tell them my story. I'm like, yo, boom, boom, boom. I'm talking about how to lead yourself so you can lead others. Leadership starts from within you. Leadership is taking yourself by the hand. I'm telling them the whole story. I'm like, man, I'm going through this. I'm going through that. And at the end of it, nobody said, how much did you get paid for this speech? People said, I really like what you said about that, especially when you mentioned that story. It really touched me and it really empowered me. Some of you right now, the reason why you're not stepping into your fullness is you think you got to be perfect. You think you got to reach the pinnacle of your success before you can become a cornerstone, right? You think that just because the builder rejected your stones, that you were discarded. God said the same rejected stones, while they're rejected, they're going to be empowering. And when they get built to be a cornerstone, it is going to be still. So I want to let you know, even in your point where you think you don't got it, you're not where you want to be, you're not who you want to be, you got enough of you to be a blessing. All right, I want somebody to comment in the chat. I have enough in me right now to be a blessing. I have enough in me right now to be a blessing. If I pass away, I would have known that I was a blessing. But I also would know deep in my spirit that I could have been more of a blessing. So guess what I have to do every day? How can I be more of a blessing today? How can I be more of a blessing? It's a good question to ask you. I mean, I don't know how to explain this, but you got to say, how can I have enough in me to be a blessing? I have enough in me to be a blessing right now. Right now, before I have the mansion, while I stay in my parents' backyard, I have enough to be a blessing. And I can't feel bad about it. Why? Because your blessing is not based on what you have, but it's based on who you have in you. What you have in you, what your experiences went through, and how can it help other people. Right? Because you don't ask me about, oh, what's going on in your life? You want to know what I'm expressing to you, will it work for me? And some of you have a lot of stuff that will work for other people, but you're looking at all aspects of your life that's not working, and you say, because those are not working, then I can't help other people. Well, guess what? You're not Superman. You're not superhuman. Now, you are a powerful being made in the image of God, but you're not going to be around saving everybody from everything. You have a specific gift, and you need to ask yourself, who can my gift serve? And you need to serve those gifts to those people. And you keep doing it. You keep serving the gift every single day. Somebody says, man, I got to keep serving the gift every day. You got to serve the gift every day. Comment below. I'm serving my gift every day. How can I be a blessing? I have enough in me to know that I am a blessing. And I am going to spring forward towards being a blessing. I will bring my gifts I will bring the gifts inside of me out from outside of me. Right? I have enough in me to be a blessing. I have enough inside of me to be a blessing. We have to say that to ourselves over and over and over again, and we got to believe it. Somebody comment, I believe it. Do you believe it? So, why do I show up and do this? Here's another thing I'm going to give y'all. And then we'll probably have to end this because I've been talking too much. Here's what I want to say. Y'all see me, but reason why you see me is because I see me. I see me, and I see me. I see who I really am, and I see how I'm showcasing myself as, manifesting as. So, even when I see me, and I don't like what I see the real me, so I have to love what I see. And that's why I show up as me, because I see me. My question is, do you see you? Or do you see your mistake? Do you see your lack? Do you see your flaw? Do you see your whatever? I see me, and the spirit in me recognizes the spirit in you. So I see you. God sees you, because God is the ultimate spirit. God been saw you. He saw you before anybody saw you. God sees you. But the question is, do you see yourself? Do you know what you have in you? Do you know the gifts you got? Do you know the life that you can create? The moment you get out of your head, the moment you get out of your mind, the moment you get out of your emotions, the moment you get into a spirit place of, I was brought here to deliver something and I'm going to deliver it. The moment you get out of your head and into your heart, the moment you say, I got something special, I got greatness within me, is what Les said. Bro, something happens. And you don't get everything you want right away. But here's what you do. Slowly, day by day, you become the person you need to be in a short, and then you just like, oh man, I didn't even know I was gonna be this, right? I didn't even know I was gonna become like this. But let me tell you something though, honestly, I'm not here to make y'all like me. I'm just here to do my work. I'm telling someone is I just want to do God's will. Honestly, I'm not the best at doing it. And this year, my word is obedience. And I'm like, bro, I just want to do God's will. I know I'm like a sinner, and I'm trying to do God's will, but that's what I want to do. At some point, you have to determine what you want to do in your life. And you say, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to stand for. This is where I want to go. And you got to keep walking that. And you're going to have some bruises. Some days you're not going to feel like doing it. You're going to feel like giving up. You're going to have some stops, but you just got to keep doing it over and over. Because what? You are a blessing. Somebody says, but I'm only a blessing to one person. No, you're not. I'm telling you, there is a law of degrees. You might be empowering one person, and that one person is around 4 people right now, and they're listening to you. You might touch one person. That one person took one word from you and helped another person, and that person, bro, you never know. You might have helped somebody who helped people, and now you help the people they help without helping them. And it has nothing to do with you. When the mango tree gives us the mango tree seeks no praise. Its praise is that I did what I came here to do. Y'all can hear me? What's happening? When the avocado tree gives off avocado, the avocado tree seeks no praise. The avocado tree simply does what it was created to do. Whatever tree gives off whatever thing, it does not do it for the praise. It does it for, that's what I was created to do. So I'm going to finalize this at here. It says, those of you who say to yourself, I do all of this and I don't get rewarded for it. I don't get acknowledged for it. People don't see it, or people don't appreciate it, or it's not growing how I want it to. I don't get out of what I put in. One of the best ways to do something and be continuous at it without worrying about what you get from it is understanding that doing it is what you get. Everything else then becomes a plus. Let me give you an example. I may not make too much. I'm not making too much money by doing this right now at all. 100%. Oh, shout out to Naomi. She cashed at me 20. And by the way, you know, those of you who say, I love your messages, make your money talk. I'm talking to TikTok, Cash App, the Holistic Motivator. So shout out to you, Naomi. I love to see Cash Apps ring with gratitude. So I got to give you gratitude. And I have to say that real quick. But the money is not the benefit. It's a plus. So when somebody cash apps the Holistic Motivator with some gratitude, wink, wink, right? Cash App the Holistic Motivator with some gratitude. That's just an extra benefit. But this was the benefit. You want what you do, what you show up for, you want that to be the benefit. When I show up, my benefit is the thing I showed up for. It's like I'm doing the seminar workshop. I'm doing the class. I'm selling my candles. I'm doing the yoga thing. I'm doing the qigong. Guess what? That is your benefit. You make your personal training your time where you love it, right? When what you do is the benefit, everything else is a plus. Then you living your life in surplus. Get what I'm saying? You living your life in surplus. So guess what, y'all? This was a long message. I put a whole lot in there, but I'm sure there was something for everybody. I talked a whole lot, and I do not regret it because this was real good. Those of you who missed the whole message, who got a little piece of it and said it was good, I want you to know that you can go back and listen, all right? I want you to go and listen. You can go back and listen on YouTube. So go subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Holistic Motivator. I'm looking to reach 1,000 subscribers. I need about 25 or 30. And we have 53 people on here, so there's no reason why I shouldn't reach 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So go to my YouTube channel, click the link in my bio, The Holistic Motivator, and tap in. You'll be able to access this replay. Specifically, it's right here. It's live on YouTube already. Now, I'm coming to an end, and shout out to the tribe. Thank y'all for bearing with me. We just had a message today, so I know y'all got a benefit from it. Shout out to Marcus, man. Shout out to Mark, man. I love it. Listen, shout out to Marcus for sending me Cash App 1357. Marcus, let me know if you got any questions. Look, I love it. I appreciate it. Closed mouths don't get fed, and honestly, I love it. So shout out to everybody who want to give me a little blessing, The Holistic Motivator. If you really enjoyed the Rising Primes, this is an exclusive event, but I lately, it hasn't been as growing as I wanted to. So what I've been doing is I have been doing TikToks. People have been blessed by it, and that's what matters. That's the benefit. So shout out to Marcus, shout out to Naomi, shout out to the tribe. Okay, so YouTube, TikTok, all those good things. So now I already gave y'all the message. You can go back and re-listen to the message. Now at the end of all my messages, I always try to bring to y'all some sort of product, some sort of way to monetize my gifting, right? And I want to talk to y'all about the blood pressure medicine, Indian almond leaves that I just dropped on my shop. So shout out to everybody who's now on the YouTube. All right, I see y'all on the YouTube, going to the YouTube, The Holistic Motivator. Shout out to everybody. Everybody, I see y'all. So listen, y'all, I am a herbalist. This is the first time I said that. I am a herbalist. Okay. Oh, okay. I am in the process of becoming much better as an herbalist. And I have introduced my native herbs as Haitian to the American people and people all around the world. And I've been talking about how to make tea or medicine. A lot of people don't understand it. Spring cleaning is all about teaing. All right. So recently I've been selling a lot of teas, and one of my specialties of the week is actually called the blood pressure reducer Indian almond leaf tea. Those of you who want to reduce your blood pressure, I got the tea. And this tea is actually going to clear out the inflammation from your blood passages, aka arteries. It's literally going to clear up inflammation, allows the blood to flow, right? So you want to get you some Indian almond leaves as a natural blood reducer, and what I recommend is you add some garlic to that to make it a little bit more potent. So this is the product of the week, right? And of course, anxiety was great. Alicia, shout out to you, finally tried it. I hope you enjoyed it. The anxiety is one of my special blends. For those of you who take any over-the-counter drugs for anxiety, maybe not over-the-counter, but any prescribed drugs for anxiety, one of the most natural ways for anxiety is these three herbs that I've combined called Lepia alba, aka lemon verbena, which have effects of calming down the nervous system. So it's not masking the effects. It's actually working in your nervous system, calming down your nerves. So we have lemon verbena, we got verbena, and we have lemongrass. Works with anxiety again, depression, gut health. And we mix all of those. We call that the anxiety. All of this is available on my shop, theholisticmotivator.com/shop. Now, why is it so important right now to drink your teas? A lot of people look at medicine as symptoms solution. In holistic medicine, it's not symptom and solution. It's more of balance for continuous health and healing. Now, what do I mean by balance? It's giving your cells what it needs. It's giving your body what it needs when it needs it. Balance, sometimes in a season, you may need a certain type of food. In another season, you may need a certain type of food. In a transition, you may need no food. Balance is not necessarily, I'm eating the same amount of food every single day. Like, you following the pyramid food table, which is completely off. Balance is, I need more hot liquid foods right now because my body's more cold right now, right? Balance is, I've been eating too much smoothies in the morning, and Chinese medicine says I need more hot stuff, right? Balance is, maybe I've been eating too much cemetery right in the morning, I need more fruits. Balance is not giving yourself everything equally every day. Is giving yourself the right thing for that day. One of the major ways to stay in balance is to give your cells what it needs, to constantly clear out what may lead to deeper issues like gut issues. A lot of people don't focus on their gut health. So that's why next week I'm introducing a gas tea for your gut, right? That's why I have parasite teas to clean out parasites. Why? The reason why you may feel a certain way is because your gut is out of alignment. Your gut health is off. What do we do about that? Juice, herbs. Now, a lot of people, they don't drink any vegetable juices. If you tell them, drink some vegetable juice, like, what, vegetable juice? I don't drink that. That's nasty. But if you're not drinking vegetable juices, what's happening is, one of the things you're not doing is, you're not letting your stomach rest, and you're not actually washing your cells with some good liquid from the vegetables. Here's what I'm saying. A lot of people, they're overstressed their stomach. They're eating all day. Their body never gets really work. Even when at night they're supposed to get that restoration, they intrude the restoration by eating more food, called late night eating. That's an issue. What the bowels need to clear itself is it needs little space so it can get out. It needs space. It needs breaking down, right? So what we need to do for our bodies is we need to constantly give it space to do its thing. One of the best ways to ensure our body has space to do its thing is our eating, cutting off a specific eating time and having a starting time of eating where it's separate from your last eating time, so you can have enough time to what we call fast. That's going to give your body enough time to clear. Another way to give it is to give it the proper enzymes and nutrients, right? So that you could clear out different things. Some people take probiotics. But what if you drink a tea at the end of every night that served as diuretic, that served as a laxative for you? What if you had my belly ache bush tea and it helped you with your digestion? What if you had some holy basil and help you get rid of gas and help you get rid of bloating? What if your habits in itself did not promote bloating, so you didn't have to constantly suffer bloating, right? What if the heartburn that you get is almost eradicated because the food pairing is better? The teas are very great ways to ensure that you are you're doing maintenance on the stuff that you're doing bad at, which means when you eat something that you know ain't good for you, you got something to help you get rid of the effect. You're doing something as preventive. So whatever you do after drinking your teas, whatever you do during the process, it's still okay, because to some extent you have things fighting for you. You have, for instance, let me give you an example. Neem, which is a powerful herb that I have on my shop, is actually great at being preventive for cancer. Like, literally it creates healthy cells, just like the Guinea hen weed does. Now, neem is also used to kill fevers. If you have a fever, you could take a little bit of neem, kill that fever. However, if you take a little bit of neem daily, it does a whole lot for the body and prevents sickness. So herbs help prevent, but they also help cure. Herbs help alleviate. Herbs help you give you better peace of mind, so that way you can make better decisions. Like, let's say you were overstimulated, you wanted to drink, and you wanted to smoke, and you just had some anxiety. All of a sudden, your nervous system calmed down, and you realize you didn't need that caffeine. You can start to replace the stuff that overstimulates you with the stuff that brings you to ease. That's what teas does. And that's why I'm a high tea therapy recommendation person, right? That English was not quite right. But I like to recommend teas to people. Why? Because if you drink teas, not just, okay, here's the thing. Here's what most people, they do wrong. They just drink black tea. Like, they just go and buy black tea. Okay, I'm gonna just drink black tea. Here's the thing. Black tea doesn't have as much nutrients as the other natural herbal green teas with no caffeine. Green tea has its own benefits, but not as much as all of these other herbs that you take for granted. So when you get something like belly ache bush, it does what it sounds like, helping with the gut, helping with the detoxification, with intestinal parasites. When you take papaya leaves, kill cancer. Soursop leaves, cancer. guinea hen weed leaves, cancer, neem, cancer, like all of these things, preventive, right? So herbs, when we take this lemongrass right here, helps with stomach aches, helps bring balance to the stomach. Imagine if at the end of the day you had some Lepia alba, lemongrass, and vervain. You just chilling, you vibing. You got your nighttime routine, you got your teas. So one of the major things I talk to people about healing is teas. Tea therapy and why tea is so important. So right now, I have a sale on my shop, and within the next 15 minutes, I'm gonna have everything right now, bulk edit, $5. My teas usually range about $8 each. And those of you who bought some teas yesterday, they're gonna be like, man, why didn't you do it yesterday? Well, every day got its own special. So here's what we're about to do. Here's what we're about to do. About to do a little special for y'all before I get going. We're gonna have $5 special. Y'all can go in my shop and get any tea that you want within the next till 9:30, and it's gonna be only $5. Okay? And then I'm gonna give you, in fact, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you a code where you can use that code. All right? So it's gonna be lit. So if you're interested, comment below, let me know. We lit in here, okay? But besides that, I had a long message for y'all, and I hope y'all got it. Can't believe, Liz, you're still on here. Liz, go get your day going.
I'm out of here. Have a blessed day.
Get out of here, Liz.
Have a great one.
All right. One love. We're gonna move tomorrow, okay?
Sounds great.
We're gonna do some qigong. All right. I had to kick Liz out. Not because I didn't love her, because I want her to go get her day started. I'm like, Liz, you already got your message. All right? You don't need to hear me. This is true love. This is true love, okay? You already got your message. Go out there with your life and live, girl. Go out and do your thing. You already got your message for the day. But shout out to everybody. Yeah, shout out to Tia. Yo, and to those people who had ordered last week, I sent out your orders. I am so sorry for the slight delay, but just know those of you who ordered this week, you getting your stuff fast, because I shipped them off real fast. But I had dropped the vaginal bath mix with the Indian almond leaves. This lowers your pH level. You can actually throw some rose petals in there. Okay, it's really good. So I had a lot of those, so I had to send those. Okay. So somebody says, oh, speaking of that, I forgot to order. Are these teas in the pack? Yes, these teas, what do you mean? They're in packages. Yeah. Okay, so let me set that thing up for y'all. And in the meantime, y'all have any questions? And also, those of you, we're going to do a quick little panel. See y'all, comment if anybody want to join the live. Let me know. I'm going to let you invite you in. And we're going to do like that, okay? Y'all ready? So listen, everything is about to go on sale for $5. Okay? Everything on sale for $5 for 15 minutes. Inflammation teas. Once again, my specialty of the week is actually one of the best, was the inflammation tea. Okay, inflammation tea. And in Indian almond leaves, but that's gonna help with the blood pressure. But inflammation, any of the teas on my shop, right, as it relates to parasite cleanse, as it relates to like the neem, the parasite cleanse tea, what else I got? What else clears inflammation? Yeah. What is this? I have to delete that. $5. Will clear out inflammation. But I'll definitely recommend the Indian almond leaves based on, unless you have low blood pressure, then don't get that. But besides that, it's the detox. If you have a lot of inflammation in your body, I'm not going to recommend one tea. The detox kit is the one for you. The detox kit. Because then you're going to get the liver detox, the kidney detox, the colon detox, and the herbs that will also reduce inflammation. Okay. All right. I have to delete all of this. My bad, y'all. Any more questions? Let's see. Yeah, I need to actually create a tea just for inflammation. That's a good idea right there. Damn, kid, I'm giving y'all extra special. $5. My goodness gracious. All right, any more questions, y'all? And anybody want to come with me? Okay. Oh, shout out to the person who just got some anxiety. Shout out to you. Let me see. Those people with gut issues who said diabetes, we got you. Look, we got you. Diabetes mix dropping 2 weeks from now, but we got you with some mango leaves. Mango leaves. And the mango leaves, you're going to get a whole lot for the low. Why? Because it's mango leaves. Okay? So certain leaves, those mango leaves is a good one to buy, right? Because you're going to get a lot for that. Now, mango leaves is not the only one I have, but it's the only one I'm suggesting right now. Okay? It's really good for diabetes. 3 combination: mango leaves, avocado leaves. I'm going to have that just for you. Somebody says weight loss. There's this Wulong weight loss tea. I actually have a tea for weight loss. If you want a tea for weight loss, please DM me, right? I'm going to actually get you it from the herbal shop. I don't grow it, but I have a box. I'm literally going to ship it to you. It's a Chinese herb. I won't even be making profit off of it, right? Because it's not even about that. I'm just going to bless you with the weight loss Wulong tea. Wulong tea. It's really good. Somebody says Candida. Not too sure. Okay. All right. So anybody want to join the live? If you got a question, talk to me. We're getting you in there. All right. So shout out to the people who are in the shop buying some herbs. Somebody asked me about diabetes and avocado and mangoes. It's really good. Somebody says you need the Wulong weight loss tea. Okay. Oolong is one of them, but there's one called Wulong, okay, and it has oolong in it. I'm not confusing you. It's really good. I have one of the tea packets inside, but I have to go get it, okay? So, but the weight loss tea, we're gonna get that. Whoever need that, either you can DM me, or how about this? I'm gonna add. You're not gonna see nothing on it, but I'm gonna add it right now. I'm gonna add weight loss tea, and I'm gonna How much did it cost? I'm gonna probably put it there for like $12 because I think it's like $8. Like I said, I don't buy this in bulk. I'm just literally gonna go to the shop and ship it to you. Because I like to sell the herbs I sell. I don't usually sell herbs that other people sell. I like to grow my own herbs. Okay, so the weight loss tea, y'all, I actually put it on there. Y'all can actually buy some. The mango leaf tea, I still gotta create it. No, I still gotta dry them. It's good for diabetes. My dad's been drinking that all day. And I also have this other plant that's good for diabetes. But I'm gonna create a mix. I'm gonna drop them. I'm dropping some stuff periodically. So I'm keeping them in the back till I drop them. Okay, every week I want to drop y'all a new herbal mix. I'm dropping a bat bomb for your pH level health and to tighten up the vagina. Y'all ready for that? Get it tight. Get it smelling good. Right? It's gonna be real good. So 3 ingredients: the pH reducer, Indian almond leaves, castor leaves, which is good to reduce inflammation in the body, pain, all this good stuff. We use it in spiritual baths in Haiti all the time. And, y'all ready for it? The third ingredient? Pigeon pea leaves. That's gonna help tighten it up. And I might even add some mint into my next mix. Mint in there. And yeah, that's it. So those of you who want some, check it out. So those of you who go to the shop now, mango leaves is up for diabetes. All right. The mango leaves. I put the weight loss tea there. Sour salt is available. All that good stuff. All right, any more questions? Are you saying oolong? I already said that. And those of you who bought some tea, please make sure you leave a review on the website for me real quick. Really appreciate that. All right, shout out to everybody. Okay, so all the healers in the building. Oh, that was Naomi. Oh, Naomi just got the detox kit. I see you, Naomi. All right, all right. I forgot I was still live on YouTube. How y'all feeling, man? How y'all feeling? How y'all doing? I don't want to waste much of your time. I was given a word this morning, and it was good. Are the teas with the string attached to the tea or not? Oh, no. Most of my teas are loose leaf. They're loose leaf teas, okay? However, the weight loss tea is not. So they're not, there's no strings. You got to put them in your own bag or get yourself a tea, brew, whatever you brew tea with, okay? So the answer is they're not attached to strings. Have you gotten an email? I can send some information over to you. Yes, just go to my website. I have an email on my website. You will get my email there. How do I order sour salt? Once again, you got 6 more minutes to get everything at $5. It's on my shop, theholisticmotivate.com/shop. I got some sour salt. Everything is about to go up. So y'all go get that thing before 6 minutes. You got 6 minutes. Okay. 6 minutes, everything, $5. What's in a weight loss tea? It's Wulong. Let me go. It's Wulong. It's something else. I forgot the rest of the ingredients. But I'm just letting you know it works. And soon, I'm going to add the appetite suppressant tea for those of you who want to do the detox and don't want to eat. I'm getting tired. So, all right, y'all. 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes until the special goes away, and I'm also gonna go away because I'm fatigue. How many times can you drink tea? Okay, I want y'all to know not every tea is created equal. Like, for instance, if you make neem tea, I wouldn't recommend you drink that thing a whole lot. Okay, for instance, this is by tea. I'm gonna make sure I put disclaimers on which teas you should be drinking a whole lot. Right? But it depends on the tea. Like the anxiety, you can drink that thing all day. You won't have any issue. Okay? But it depends on the tea. However, most teas, you're able to drink them as often as you want, like water. Okay? The detoxifying teas don't add no sugar. That's another thing. Don't add sugar to any tea that's going to detoxify your body. So most teas, you don't want to add. Most teas don't add sugar. Right? There's a few teas that really go good with sugar. Right. In our culture, we even put salt in some teas. I don't know why, but we do. How many times can you drink tea? Very often, depending on the tea. I'm in Florida, tropical Florida. All right, y'all. 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes. But yeah, how y'all starting the new year, man? What are you guys looking forward to in the new year? New Year can prevent. Yep, new neem leaves can be very bad for pregnant women. But will it prevent pregnancy? I don't think so. Over consuming it while trying to get pregnant can definitely affect you. That's why neem is something you don't over consume. Okay? You don't want to over consume neem, but it's been used centuries. The other day my cat died. Yesterday my cat died. And I put some neem on the cat. And I planted a catnip tree over the cat. So they said they actually use neem in funerals and stuff like that. So it has a lot of uses. So